What's up, everybody, and welcome along to the Leicester City fan preview. And I am joined by the one and only Mr. Lee Chappie. I swear, Lee, I swear to God, I almost said Jamie Vardy. I'm not even messing. I nearly said Jamie Vardy.
The amount of people that are going to say that anyway in the chat, mate, it's normal.
Well, I know you for years. I never entered my head.
I know. I'm sorry. It is what it is, mate. I think I need to make some sort of maybe a pot, right? I've been saying it for a while. A pot. Every time someone calls me Vardy on a stream, I should just chuck a quid in it for charity or something and see how much we can earn at the end of the year. It'd be great. It'd be a great idea. I think we need to do it, but I need to get some money out first if I'm going to do it.
I'll do it on my side for BTEC Goldbridge, and we'll be both loaded by the end. By the end of the year, we'll be loaded.
Oh God. Oh dear. How are you anyway, Craig? Good.
I'm all right, fella. How are you? It's lovely to catch up again.
Yeah, it is. Honestly, the lockdown thing is too much right now. It's getting out of hand. You know, I'm a teacher. I'm a YouTuber. I'm a postman. What else am I? Sarah? Honestly, it's nuts.
I was gonna start singing. I'm a lover. I'm a fighter. I was gonna go full Midnight Cowboy there. Whatever the lyrics was.
There's got to be a lyric. There's got to be a song there somewhere.
Let's put this to the chat. Lee asked me a very odd question before we started. You know I do like tangents, ladies and gents. So before we get stuck into it, mayonnaise, is it a sauce or is it a dip? This is what Lee wants to know. Like, this is the type of conversations I have backstage before we go live. No joke. This is it.
Yeah, it's true. It's what is it? Is mayonnaise a sauce or is it a dip? Seriously, I want to know.
Devil's work, mate. Ketchup is the way forward.
Yeah, but it's ketchup's a sauce, right?
It's dip. It's even called tomato sauce, I know, but you're not like making a dish out of it. For me, a sauce has to be something that is part of a whole dish. So, like, let's say curry sauce, you put your chicken or your beef or whatever in. Like,
this is elite content you boys are watching right here. This is not the Liverpool. This is not the Leicester preview. This is what is it? Is it a sauce or is it a dip show?
Man versus food. Versus food. Football YouTube edition.
Yeah, those donuts were looking good, by the way. You just WhatsApp me. Those donuts look bad, boy.
Yeah, my wife's landed me in a whole heap of trouble, mate. There's no way that I'm getting through the weekend without that box getting finished. I'm not going to lie. But shall we get into it? Shall we get into the Battle of the Walking Wounded?
Yeah, let's dig in.
Right, so we've gone through my preview, and of course, half the players that I thought might be available weren't available. So it's looking like Fabinho, unfortunately, is out for our end for a couple of weeks. It's looking like THIAGO hasn't trained all week, might not play. We could have Kabak coming in for his debut, but look, I know we have air problems, but it's not looking great on your side either, Lee.
And it's not, mate. I'll put him behind me. There you go on screen. James Justin, unfortunately, was injured during the FA Cup clash between Brighton, which we won 1-0 and went through to the quarters against Man United. We've been dreaming with Craig. Hopefully, we can beat them. But James Justin, breaking news, ACL. He's tore his ACL. He's going to be out for probably the same sort of period as Ricardo Pereira was. 9 months is a long, probably term injury. So,
well, look, honestly, mate, we wish him a speedy recovery. We know on our side what it's like as well about having Van Dijk and Gomez. And I think the quickest person ever back, if I remember correctly, one of the quickest ever back was Buffon from an ACL. I think he was back in like 3 months or something ridiculous like that. Now, obviously, outfield players probably...
goalkeeper,
Yeah, a bit different. But, yeah, look, on behalf of all of us, mate, we wish him a speedy recovery. You never like to see a player getting in, especially a young player like that with the Euros around the corner. And
exactly.
So from your side, what are you expecting from this? Are you nervous about the 12:30 kickoff? Because I know what we are.
I'm not so nervous about the time of it's where it is. It's at the King Power, and the King Power, we're not great at the King Power this season. We've lost some weird games. We've lost Fulham and got absolutely battered by West Ham. Completely annihilated in every position of the park. I don't think we deserved even the ball, let alone a goal in that game. It's been poor at the King Power. Something's got to change. Something's got to give. Unfortunately, we've got other injuries as well. I know you boys are missing a lot of players, but we're missing Wesley Fofana, who's also a star man at the back at the moment. Wesley Fofana breaking the scenes. Dennis Pratt, Belgium international, who's a great squad player, rotational player. He's out as well. Timothy Castagna, Belgium international as well. One of our fullbacks. He's not there as well. So we're a little thin in terms of experienced players, unfortunately. Perez took an injury during the Brighton game as well in the FA Cup, so he's out as well. And backup centre back Wes Morgan, the granddaddy of the squad, he's also out too. Very thin squad, Greg.
It's do you know who doesn't get the plaudits for you lads? And I think we've talked about this. Mark Albrighton just does
I was
not
about to
get
say,
the
I knew it.
just
I
get
knew
the
it.
plaudits he deserves for the work he gets through in that Leicester team when he comes on or when he's used.
Yeah, he needs to play Mark. He needs to play him. Mark O'Brien needs to be played. He needs to be played because you've got one hell of an engine down that side. You've got Robertson and you've got Mane. I think we're going to need someone that can go for a full 90 and never run out of stamina, and that's Mark O'Brien. He is one hell of an engine, and I'd say he's very underrated. I'm surprised he didn't get some form of a cap, maybe during the when we won the Premier League. I'm surprised he didn't get at least a cap for England, at least one.
For 5 minutes, 33 seconds today till Lee brings up Leicester winning the Premier League.
I knew because you said that on the last one, so I thought I'd bring it up. But hey, look,
I'm always going to keep time check on that, buddy. Always.
Pinch myself that it happened, mate. Pinch myself.
What's that badge on your right arm there? Don't recognise that.
No, I've got an actual player's. This is a player's top. This is from the.
You had another one I seen on the other day. It had a badge I didn't recognise on the arm. So it wasn't a Champions League one anyway. I didn't recognise what it was.
No. This is a player's top. I think it's a sponsor. It's whose top is this? I'll try and remember whose it was. I think it's Dewsbury Hall. They just had like an academy match type thing quite a while ago, and I got a few tops out of it. So it's cool. It's cool.
I was taking a piss with the Europa League badge, but it didn't work for me. It didn't come off.
It didn't work. Anyway, regarding Europa League, it's still European football, and it's still affecting the sides, regardless if it's Champions League or European football. Right now, it's affecting sides because we could get more injuries and we could lose more players because it's just.
What's your tie looking like? Have you got to move anywhere? Any neutral stadiums for you lads?
Not that I know. We've got. I think it's Prague on Thursday. And then the following Thursday, obviously at Leicester, alternative, home and away. But I think that's it for now, because obviously that's the next round, isn't it? The knockouts. So
for us, it's against Leipzig, but in Budapest in Hungary, and then even the second leg looks like it might have to be moved from Anfield to maybe a neutral venue because of the COVID restrictions on entering back into countries and stuff. So
I've seen that.
City are the same, and I think Arsenal have to play, and I think even United are playing their game in Turin or somewhere. I think if my memory is correct, but it's odd. But look, we'll talk about this another time.
Yes,
the game tomorrow morning, and it is morning to me. I don't buy into this afternoon stuff. What are you expecting? I mean, we're both. Let's be fair. We're both in a battle for top four right now, as things stand. There's no point me sitting here telling lies. That's the truth. Yeah. Both have serious aspirations for it, and for us, it should be a minimum, and it will be a minimum, hopefully. But for you guys, what would you take from this, Lee? What are you expecting from tomorrow? Because you've often said to me that when Leicester have been in great veins of form, and when we've rocked up, you've frozen at times. You've been the first one to say that to me, like a rabbit in headlights.
Yeah.
I don't expect to see that from Leicester tomorrow.
We have a terrible record at Anfield anyway, throughout our club's history. As we've got a poor one at Old Trafford. I think it's these big stadiums. The players must go, "Oh, this is nice," and look up. I don't know. I think at the minute Liverpool are, sorry to say it, there for the taking at the moment with some of your results. I know there've been home results for you. Your away performance has been a lot better. In general, the Premier League away performances so far, I think all around have been better, right? The teams that are playing at home haven't got no advantage anymore with no fans, and away teams can just play. So I am a little bit worried. It's at the King Power. You boys are coming. It's difficult to say. You've got a lot of injuries. I think you've lost that central spine that you boys rely on. I mean, what's happened to, is it Naby Keita? What's happened to him? Where's he gone to?
So Naby's had a whole string of injuries, a lot of muscle injuries, a lot of breakdown of his body. So the club and the medical department are trying to basically build up his core strength and his muscles to be able to cope with the rigors of the Premier League, to stop this breakdown, because he's not been able to get a run of games together. And just when he starts to look like the Naby that we all thought we were getting, unfortunately he keeps picking up knocks. So the club are just playing the long game here, trying to get him right.
Yeah, because I think if I remember right, he had a pretty good game against Leicester when he did play out at Leicester. Was it a year? I think it was probably about a year ago, right?
Oh, mate, he's a quality footballer. When he gets the opportunity, he's the perfect 8.5, as I like to call him. Like he's excellent in that position between the midfield and the attack.
And with no Van Dijk as well, once you have a problem in that spine area, which we've had as well when we lose like the central, which was Ndidi, Leicester have won far more games with Ndidi on the field than without. So once you lose that key man in the middle, somewhere in that pitch, if it's at the top, at the back, in the middle, no matter where it is, it affects the whole team. And that's where your problem is, I think. You've had to fill in roles with Henderson playing at centre back and stuff. It's like, so we've got to take advantage of that. We've got to. And I think with Ndidi, Tielemans, Maddison, and Vardy playing against that area where you're missing players, I think that's where we really need to go at. We need to go for. So
I'm fully expecting us to actually start tomorrow with 2 centre backs. I know that sounds a bit weird, but I'm fully expecting Kabak and Nat Phillips, or I'd say Kabak. There is an outside chance it could be Kabak and Henderson. We know Fabinho's out for a few more weeks, so I'd like us to go with Kabak and Nat Phillips, and let's just push Henderson into midfield, and because Henderson offers that protection to Trent as well, which a lot of teams, and I'm sure you guys will target our right hand side. It's been done by a lot of teams because Trent bombs forward a lot. Robertson's a bit more calculated in his bursts forward. He cuts inside a lot more, whereas Trent likes to try and get round the outside more often. So if we can move Henderson into midfield, he's a much better security blanket, for want of a better term, when Trent goes forward. So I'm hoping we see Hendo in midfield from our side.
Yeah, it's the wings that you need to attack, definitely, because like I just said, all we've got is Ricardo Pereira. And when I say all we've got, Ricardo Pereira is one hell of a right back. However, he's been out for nearly a year of football. How does that affect a player in terms of match fitness and just your form? Yeah, you have to, as a player, you build form, don't you?
And your belief in your own body as well when you're out that long. How hard will you push?
Exactly. Do you pull in, do you pull out of tackles and stuff? Is that always in the mind? Oh, if I do it again. So he's only had one full 90 minutes as a senior player again since his return, which was only a few weeks ago. So he's the only really fullback that we have. You know, you've got Christian Fuchs, whose his legs are gone. I wouldn't like him on the left against Salah right now. I know you've got Luke Thomas, which is a very young lad. He's a Leicester's academy product. I don't fancy a kid going on at left back either against Salah, but we've got no other options. We have no other options. So that is it. That's what we've got. So that's where you boys should attack, is the wings, definitely. And
so
that's
how are you expecting Rodgers to line you guys up?
I mean, I've made up a lineup for you if you want to see that. I put that up together. I don't know if you can whack that full screen or not.
Yeah, 1 second.
There you go. So this is what we did on the prediction show. I do this on the channel quite a lot, where we, as a chat, put the team together, and this is what we've got left. We've gone for Luke Thomas at the left and Ricardo right, like I said. Seonchu's just returned from a 3-month injury as well, to I think it was a tear in the abductor muscle. And Johnny Evans as well, having a problem with his vision, blurred vision or something. So it could be a nightmare at the back for us. Ndidi and Tielemans, you've got to play Tielemans at the moment. He's probably, if not next to James Justin, is the best player we have in the squad. James Maddison sitting above them two, and Vardy up top with Harvey Barnes, who's give or take on par with Mane this season. I know Mane's not having the best season. You'll probably get onto that in a second, Craig. And Michael Brighton, like I just said, we've got to play Michael Brighton for the energy down that side.
Interesting. I mean, looking at it there, let me just bring it back up full screen for a sec. Looking at it there, Lee, it's I do like Harvey Barnes. You know that. I'm a massive fan of that kid. He's a wonderful footballer, having a great season. And yeah, you're right, Matt. I mean, none of our front three are setting the world alight. Mohamed Salah will still bring in 20 Premier League goals this season, which would be fantastic. But yeah, I mean, it's a strong team, Lee. It's as strong as you can go. Seonchu, by the way, has been a masterstroke by bringing that lad in.
He is. I can't believe he was sat on the bench for a year when we had Harry Maguire, and then we sold him. And it's just mad that with what we've built. I'll show you that in a second. What we've built with Harry Maguire's money. The only thing that I think Rodgers could do is to deal with your attack would be to take Thomas off. Right, we'll go with a back three. So you pull Johnny Evans over, go Seonchu in the middle, and pull Ricardo over a bit. And then what we do is we move Tielemans forwards. We go Maddison a little bit as well. And we pull on Hamza Chowdhury and have two holding roles, because you boys hate Chowdhury because he's so intense and he nearly broke. I mean, he broke Salah in two nearly at one point. I know you hate that, but for us, that's what I kind of need, is someone that will go in for the challenges and get the ball. And Hamza Chowdhury is one hell of a CDM. With 2 on the pitch, I think that would help big time in defence. I would rather have this than 4 at the back, personally. But I don't know. We could play with that. Thoughts?
Interesting. Yeah, it's just about making sure you have enough width, I suppose. If you're going to tuck them in that much, where do you get your width from then moving forward? Like, you've already got a back 3 there with your 2 CDMs, bringing your back 5. So you'd be asking a lot. But for me, I'm just wondering, is the onus on you guys to go out there and get the win this time? Because I mean, we need something from it. I'm not going to lie, Lee. Like, we can't leave the King Power without any points. I mean, 3 on the loss at home. It's not great for us, and I don't know what Liverpool's going to show up tomorrow. I mean, I've gone back and forth all week with my score prediction because I quite frankly don't know which one of our teams are going to show up.
I'm trying to find the last few games for Leicester's scores at the King Power, and that might give you a bit of hope, because to be honest with you, it's not been great at the King Power. Let me just have a quick look at what I know. We beat Brighton obviously in the FA Cup, but forget Cup. Let's talk about Premier League. We lost 3-1 against Leeds at home, and then we beat Chelsea 2-0. We beat Southampton 2-0. Before that, Man United was 2-2. We lost to Everton at home 2-0. We've beat Brighton 3-0.
What's that feel like, by the way? Losing to Everton. I can't remember the feeling.
you love it, Craig. You love it.
I do love that. I do love that.
Any opportunity to banter the blue side of Scousland. any chance.
Mate, I go full on Richarlison on THIAGO when I get the opportunity to the Blues fans. That's what I do. Full on Richarlison on THIAGO.
Yeah, but there you go. So it's not been too bad, but we have lost some weird games like Fulham. You can't go to the Etihad, beat Man City 5-2, and then lose to Fulham. You just can't do it. But somehow we did.
I'm gonna push you for a score prediction, buddy. We got to do it. I'm torn between 1-1 and a 2-1 away win because I've got to pick my club. But I tell you what, I might take a 1-1 if it was on offer, and I hate to say that, but just to get some stability back.
I'm the same. I'd take a draw as well against a Liverpool side. At the end of the day, you're still the champions. I know you're not quite the same side at the minute because of the amount of players you've got out and stuff. And we're not the same side either with the amount of players we've got out. So I would take a draw on the fact that we're both injury FC. 2-2.
Desmond.
2-2.
Yeah, it's that'll be an entertaining game. It's weird on these half-12 kickoffs because I always expect them to be bore draws, but sometimes you do get mad games that just throw a mad amount of goals out there. And I don't think we're going to see either team really just sitting back. It's not either manager's makeup.
I think we own the middle, you own the wings. I can see it now. It's going to be bonkers. I have a feeling it's going to be a mad game.
And what do you think the rest of the season's looking like? What are your predictions for Leicester for the rest of the season?
It's all down to the amount of fixtures that we've got, because obviously, like I said, we're still in the FA Cup. We've still got Europa League as well, which is Thursdays, so it screws our weekends footballs up as well. And we've got a very, very tough end to the season. 3 games back-to-back. We've got United, Chelsea and Tottenham back-to-back for the last 3 games. So it's going to go to the wire for the top 4 finish anyway. Just depends on if we can keep players fit, Craig, in all honesty.
I've got to say, mate, there's a lot of people rooting for you guys to get Champions League football again. There's a lot of love out there for Leicester, and I've spoken openly about my admiration for the way your club is run, the way the fans are looked after, and people have spoken about Harvey Barnes as a potential Liverpool player. And the first thing I say is, look, Leicester don't fuck about with their transfers. They get the money they asked for. They hold out. Yeah, you do. Yep. I'll give you that credit. You do. Like us, we've got Michael Edwards. I don't know who runs your transfers, but that's your new training facility, the Harry Maguire training facility.
We should call it the Harry Maguire training facility because that's where the money come from. I know we would already funded it in the first place, but it was nice to get £80 million for a fridge freezer and build this for the future generations of the club. It's crazy what Leicester are doing right now. We owe it to the King Power brand. Honestly, we wouldn't be here. We just wouldn't be here. We would never have won the Premier League. We would have never been where we are right now in the top 4. Some of these world-class players that we have had or having or got, we wouldn't have. No, there's no way at all. We were close to administration at one point. Some ex-legends bailed us out. We've been in, League One. We've won that. We've won the Championship and into the Premier League. It's a mad ride, and I'm here. I'm here for it.
Kind of feels like Anfield agenda story. It kind of feels like how our channel's been motoring along, to be honest. Just how, starting off with low aspirations, and then Crosby comes in and things start picking up. Somebody with a brain comes along and steers me in the right direction. That's kind of how I feel.
Yeah, I watch not all of your content, because obviously I'm not a Liverpool fan, but I watch, hear bits and bobs all the time on it, and you're doing a great job, and you kind of almost gave me momentum to do it too, in a way, because I was nearly quitting, to be fair, and I didn't like where I was going with it, and then all of a sudden I just decided to just go on my own and really go for it, and I'm growing mad. So yeah, it's good.
We're going to see you over in Mundo Sporto as well for a few watch-alongs and a few other bits and pieces throughout the season.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, we've done one. I wanted to do one this week, but you jumped on the Man United one, which I understand because you're a Liverpool fan. You're going to get reactions better that way, so it makes sense. But
there's two ways, mate. It's that, and I've got to be honest, man. I had a bad couple of weeks, as you know. I mean, we keep in touch offline all the time, and they rallied round. Those United, I was expecting them to stick the boot in, and I got to give them credit. A lot of United fans showed a lot of love, and we'll banter each other's clothes, but I'll always have respect for them for that.
Yeah, don't forget, people are in lockdown. People need content. People need a bit of fun, need a chat. And there's nothing better than creating a group chat for people to chat away while we do this.
Do you know what they don't need, though, Lee? Mayonnaise. That's what they don't need, mate.
Listen, you can't be a bit of mayonnaise with a bit of garlic as well. Trust me. Garlic mayo.
You're just adding. You're just digging this hole bigger for yourself, mate. Oh, now. On this garlic mayonnaise malarkey, my daughter brought home 2 different bottles of Heinz garlic mayonnaise. So there's one that doesn't have little bits in it, like little greeny bits, and then there's one that
chives, right?
Yeah,
chives.
Which one? Which one? Which one are we going with here?
Both.
Greedy bastard! You greedy bastard!
Both, mate. Both, definitely. I'm that guy that buys a bag of Doritos. Instead of buying the Doritos dip, I buy the 4-way one, and I'll double dip. Does anyone double dip? Or is that just me?
Now, are we double dipping on our own here? Or are we double dipping? Because if we're double dipping around other people, mate, you're a bad man. You're a bad man. Do you know how bad I am? I've told this story a few times, and people think I'm winding them up. I'm a baked beans fiend. I was on holidays with my family a long time ago in Portugal. God, my eldest was a child, so it was a good while ago. So we went into this really fancy steak restaurant, and I ordered, I think it was like a €38 fillet steak and chips. Okay. And I said to the waiter, "You don't happen to have baked beans, do you?" And they said, "No." Looked at me like, "Of course we don't, you fucking idiot. Why would we?" So I said, "Look, if I leg it down to the supermarket and buy a little tin of baked beans, with the chef, whacked them." She said, "Yeah." So I ran. It was only across the road. Ran in, bought a tin of baked beans. Do you know what the son of a bitch did? He opened the tin and just poured them onto the plate. He didn't even heat them up, like.
Well, that's probably because you insulted him.
Because I was a massive twat, mate. Definitely.
Yeah.
I had baked beans at my wedding. I had made sure that they were there on the day of my wedding in the hotel.
Right. This is getting weird. No, this is getting interesting. Maybe
we must do a show about shrinkflation one day as well, about how chocolate bars now are getting smaller, because I feel like we could have a lot of fun with that one.
Oh, mate, honestly, my lads just opened a Mars bar, and I thought it was from the fun size packs, but it's not. Apparently, it was the full retail version. I was like, lad, it doesn't even make the word Mars.
Minstrels the other day, €1.15, and there must have been 12 minstrels in it, Lee. I'm not joking with you.
I know.
Oh, man.
I know. Believe me, he's opened a packet of Monster Munch, and there was like 4 in it. By the way, are they Monster Munch? Are they upside down monsters, or are they hands, or are they feet? What are they?
I think they're claws. I think they're supposed to be claws. It's a good shout, though. They're definitely not Alien Space Invader type dudes. I think they're definitely claw. I think it's a good shout.
If you turn them upside down, they actually look like little monsters with a hole.
Now, when we're on the subject of Monster Munch, and this is real in-depth analysis you're getting here, ladies and gentlemen. You won't be getting this on Monday Night Football. Pickled onion or the original Flamin' Hot? I had this discussion with somebody the other day. I think it was Steve, actually, on our podcast. Pickled onion or the original Flamin' Hot?
Yeah, definitely. Pickled onion.
Which one?
All day.
Flamin' Hot, man. The original ones all the way.
Me and you are definitely opposites with food, aren't we?
Yeah, there's a reason one of us is a fat fuck, and there's a reason that the other one looks like he's in good nick.
Listen, trust me, I'm not fit as a fiddle. Trust me, I'm not. I'm starting to get gassed outside there on the post because I'm a postman, and trust me, I'm nowhere near as fast as I used to be. I'm losing it.
Lee, I would love to keep chatting, mate, but I know that you've got a young daughter that needs taken care of downstairs, it's always a pleasure to have you on. And hopefully, look, we'll catch up, I'm sure, next week after the game and have a little chat and see how we got on and let one of us brag, or maybe it's a draw and we both get to have a little boast.
Yeah, I might even jump into your chat if we're winning or losing and whatnot tomorrow, because I'll be doing the watch along too. We're both doing watch along, so that's going to be an interesting thing.
Absolutely. And look, buddy, may the best team win.
Yeah, may the best team win, whatever team's left of both of these good sides. Yeah, not many.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to jump over, subscribe to Lee Chappie's channel. The link's in the description. As you can see, he's a top guy. Does a great watch along as well, and you'll be seeing a lot more of him on Mundo Sporto. Lee, it's always a pleasure, mate, to catch up for a chat. Lots of love to you and the family. And yeah, may the best team win tomorrow, my friend.
Mate, I appreciate it. Keep on with the good work. Honestly, you're getting all over the place. I think it was on the radio the other day. I was literally like, "What? That's Craig." So yeah, you're doing some bits now, mate. So keep going, keep plugging away. Ignore the haters. Haters are just fans. Trust me, they're just fans for attention.
Cheers, buddy. Appreciate that. And look, let's see where we all are in a year's time. Hopefully, we're all at this full time in a year's time. Lee, as always, mate, enjoy it. Love to the family, and have a cracking weekend, my fella.
And you, pal, take care.
Bye bye.